Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 39 of Hearts of Iron 4. At least I think it's episode 39 because I've completely lost count now. What we're trying to do is find some way to invade the British Isles, and it's been really difficult because of their amazing naval superiority and their air superiority. For a tiny little nation, which we are I suppose, a tiny little island nation, we've sure got a lot of production and manpower going for us. We're losing lots and lots of submarines to them, unfortunately, which is going to make it more and more difficult to try and land troops. We are going to try once more to try and get some divisions across here, even if we can get a little bit of a foothold. The problem is they have so many units up here, it's just going to make it almost impossible to try and land anything at all. And you can see they're already redeploying units to the north, I think. And this is the thing that I hate, it's like they instantly know where you're going to land, and before you even have a chance to get there, they've already arrived to stop you, which I think is a little bit unfair. But we need to get down to a port, because the problem that we have, if we're not in a port, we don't have any supplies, and if we don't have any supplies, we're kind of screwed. So we're going to try and land down here if we can. We might actually make it. But then we need to sort of nip around and grab Edinburgh, or grab Glasgow, or do some... thing. I think we all just got destroyed. Yep, 23 convoys. So there is an entire 23 divisions of infantry and tanks lost. It's like we were almost there. We had the navy there helping us out, and the units are gone. That's it. That's 240,000 manpower lost, and the convoys lost. So a naval invasion is pretty much impossible. An air invasion, also pretty much impossible. I mean, just look how many units they've got. We'll try this again, though. We're going to take our planes. We've got our fighters. So, we're going to put these ones in the channel. We are going to grab these ones. You don't have many, but you're going to go in the channel as well. You guys, you're going to go in the channel. You guys in the channel. And then any that aren't already busy. They're strategic bombers, so they're not the ones we want. You're in the English channel. You are going to go into Southern England. So English channel, all you guys should be on air superiority. Those are the wrong type of fighters, really, but you know, we're using everything we've got. We've got a lot more planes in the air than they have, at least we appear to. Brazil just joined the Allies. So you guys, English channel, you guys, English channel. I can also see that they're landing some more units down here as well now, which is very annoying. So you guys want to make sure, yep, you're all on the right mission type. What about you guys? You're standing by, so English channel. You're in Southern England. You're standing by, so English channel. What about up here? More fighters. There's only 91 of you, but we'll get you up there. Where are we? English channel. So once again, we've got somewhere in the region of about, well, we can see what we've got down here. We've got 4,500 fighters, but they've instantly just matched us on numbers. We've got an invasion attempt down here. They're going for a naval invasion. They probably won't manage it. But we just don't have enough aircraft down here to actually make a dent against them. That's the problem. We've got units trying to move in, but their air superiority is just far too high. See, that's it. They've got air superiority again. And I just do not have enough planes to be able to fight back. And it's really frustrating because they're the biggest problem in this war. And if I can't even deal with the United Kingdom, then I'm not going to be able to deal with the United States. Because it's going to be a lot harder getting units over there than it is getting units over here. I guess what we could potentially try and do with some of these paratroopers is we could delete their order and give them a new order to paradrop from here and attempt to land in Ireland. It's still going to be difficult because we need air superiority in the channel. But what we could do is pull off the air that's in... It's not the rockets that we want, it's the aircraft. There's only a few fighters there, but if we could select you guys and put you in the English Channel. But yeah, I mean, we're just getting our fighters shot down. And in fact, if we go in here and look now, Great Britain has more units than I do. Now, I said I wasn't going to give up, but I think it might be time to, because seriously, what else can I do? And I know some of you guys have come up with suggestions like, you know, I've tried attacking from Norway. This is something that someone said, attack from Norway, do a naval landing. Can't. Tried it. Even if I throw my entire navy at them, they have naval superiority, they just get destroyed and we lose all the units. Paradrop troops on them. We're getting invaded up here as well by the Netherlands. Paradrop troops on them. We've tried that. We can't get air superiority with whatever we try and do. We've built thousands and thousands of jet fighters and still weren't able to get air superiority. Even for a holy crap, we actually managed to land some paratroopers. How did that happen? Seriously, how did those guys get over there? We didn't have naval... I didn't even see them. How did they get there? Well, the first thing that we need to do is try and get out of that corner and get to a naval base. That's got to be the first thing that we need to do. The second thing we need to do is basically take everybody and tell them all to get over here. So we're going to have to sort of do this one at a time. Right, home defense. You guys want to delete your order. And you want to garrison that area, assuming you can probably get to it. I have no idea how that even happened. How we got any units over there at all. They're my loners. We're going to delete your orders. We want you to go and garrison over here as well. I mean, they probably still have air superiority. I've lost you. There you are. Garrison this area. Doesn't look like we can. Maybe we've told them to. But this is the other problem, of course. People were saying get paratroopers over here. Even when you do get paratroopers over here, it's kind of difficult to do anything because they've got so many units, and I couldn't really drop straight on a naval base because the naval bases are all protected. I think what I might do now with these guys is change their orders again and just tell them to once again do a air invasion over here. And I don't know how we managed to do it, because one group did but the other group didn't. So I don't know how that happened. We are sort of managing to push out of this tile, because really we want to take a port. If we can take a port, then we get ourselves into a better position. We could move our navy down here. This is my one final sort of attempt at doing something. We can't actually get out of here because we're constantly being attacked from both sides. So it's making it difficult to actually move out of this tile. Because what I want to do, if I can, is move into Portsmouth, because that will actually allow us to get some supplies coming in. We've already lost a couple of divisions there as well, because we can't really reinforce. If we could take a port, we could get across there, but we just don't have the power to do that. But yeah, we didn't really have air superiority at any one point, and only one lot of paratroopers moved in. But while we're still trying to make some traction over here, I'll go back to what I was saying before. People said, land some troops. You only need about 6 troops. Yeah, right. I mean, maybe you did if you did it like the very first thing at the beginning of the game. We're almost into Portsmouth here. As we're almost into Portsmouth, let's go and grab some guys here. Let's delete your orders and get you all moved into a province where there's a port. And we should probably grab the navy. This is, I'm literally going down swinging at this point. Where is my navy? You guys are here. There's not an awful lot of them left, I'll be quite honest. We want you guys to... how do you unassign an order? We want you to search and destroy in the English Channel. because that's where we're going in. It's probably not going to end well. Can't even see the Navy at the moment. Yep, you are. You should just be down there. Where are you? Are you actually going down there to do anything? I'm going to assume they are. We're still trying to fight over here. Yeah, we've engaged their Navy. They're probably going to win. The chances of us actually being able to get into Portsmouth is low because we're being attacked from, again, multiple directions. We've got no supplies coming in. I don't think there's anywhere that we can easily reach. We might be able to get over here. If we can get out quick enough, we might be able to get over here and get into Bristol. No, we've been overrun. There we go. And that's the problem. You can't land on a port, and with so many units, there's just nothing else you can do. The Navy as well is pretty much getting destroyed now because they had naval superiority. And, you know, I feel like I'm going around in circles with this campaign, banging my head against a wall. I gave it a good run. I think for what I actually did in Europe, I think everything went pretty well. I mean, we secured all of France, Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg, most of all of Africa, the Middle East. We also got, you know, pretty much all of Europe, Latvia. Is Bosnia up there? Latvia, Bosnia, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Austria. You know, we managed to gobble up most of Europe. We also got Norway and Sweden, but not Finland. Obviously, we helped Japan and their guys deal with some stuff down here, even though there are still a few American units. We never tried to get these guys across. Not sure if they could even do that. And again, these guys are just all sat down here. We should probably delete this order and just try and frontline down there. See, even that didn't work. The interface on this game annoys me sometimes as well, because it feels like it doesn't always do what it should do. There we go. Now it wants to work. I don't think it's a bad game, don't get me wrong. I mean, I really have enjoyed playing this. I absolutely love it, but I definitely think it's a very, very unforgiving game. And it's definitely one of those games where you probably have to play through it a few times, or maybe you haven't played through it a few times, but you've watched somebody else playing it. But you definitely have to play through it a few times, or watch somebody else playing through it a few times before you really get a grasp on the order you need to do things. Because it's okay to do one thing and go, well, hang on a minute, I'm winning. What I'm doing is working. I'm gaining ground, I'm teching up, I'm gaining armor, I'm gaining better technology, better equipment. Everything's going well. And then all of a sudden you realise that you've got one little nation that's been left untouched, and because they've just been allowed to build up their forces, they're pretty much impossible to attack. If I was to replay this game again and start from the beginning, I would attempt to take out Great Britain first. Simply because, being an island, the longer they have to defend it, the harder it is to get to them. And, you know, in hindsight, I would want to go and try and attack first, do a naval landing before they really get naval superiority, although they actually start quite high up on the air and naval superiority. But it's, yeah, it's been an adventure. I mean, I'm happy with how well I did. I'm disappointed that I wasn't even able to win the war. I do seem to have quite a lot of bad luck. I know there's definitely been some misplays. I'm not blaming the entire thing on RNG by no means. There's definitely been some mistakes that I've made, but you know, there are just some things that just pretty much make certain things impossible. And we got to a point where trying to land any sort of troops in the British mainland via sea or air was pretty much impossible. Yes, we did manage to land one lot of paratroopers in there, but that didn't really work out for us because they couldn't get any support. We couldn't take a port. There was far too many units around. I didn't even notice that they'd been dropped in there for a start. We did pretty well in terms of technology. I mean, we've pretty much researched everything there is to research, and in fact, I've just resorted to basically researching older tech that I'm never going to use just for the sake of, you know, keeping all of the research slots busy. But I do still enjoy the game. I think Hearts of Iron is a series that I'd very much like to get into. It's certainly something that I will keep at. I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying to improve. May not necessarily be something that I play on the channel until I do, because I like to go in with a certain level of confidence. But the thing is, if I'd have taken 3, 4, 5 campaigns to learn to play this game and understand it well and get good at it, by the time I started making videos of it, nobody would be watching Hearts of Iron 4 anymore, because quite frankly, when a game like this comes out, and strategy games are very niche as is, that, you know, strategy games don't have nearly as big an audience as a lot of other game genres do. But the point is, with the way YouTube works, when a new game comes out, if you want to get any eyeballs on it, I mean, obviously your subscribers will generally watch stuff anyway, but if you want to use it to attract new people, you pretty much have to start making videos of it when it comes out. You can't wait for a month or 2 months down the line, because there's no way your videos are ever going to appear in the searches, because there'll always be hundreds and hundreds of people that are bigger than you, have produced more videos than you, get more views than you, and you just get lost in the search results. And this is one of the reasons my most popular video series are EU4 tutorials and Civilization 5, because I know how to play those games, and I did quite well with those games because tutorials and Let's Plays are quite different. There's a lot more people that go looking for good tutorials and far fewer people making tutorials than there are Let's Plays. I'd love to make tutorials for this game, and while I do understand some of the mechanics, I'm not very good at it, and I think it's a little bit hypocritical to turn around to people and go, well, this is how you play, but I can't actually win a game. At least with EU4, I can turn around and go, look, I pretty much win all of the EU4 games that I play. It's very, very rare that I will lose one or have any trouble. But yeah, I'm definitely calling that an end to this campaign. I think we did very well. I mean, in terms of the war, you know, look at that. The war is heavily in our favour. I'm not too sure why it only says 54%. Clearly, that's not 54% there. But it was just actually getting the British Empire to capitulate. It's been pretty much impossible. Everyone on our side is still really, really strong. Nobody on our side of the war has capitulated at all. But it's just been too difficult to try and get to Great Britain. And even if we could get into the British Empire, being able to get into America is probably going to be 10 times harder. So I am more than willing to chuck in the towel at this point. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this series of Hearts of Iron 4. I'm sorry if it's disappointed any of you that it didn't end up being a victorious win, but that's what happens when you are learning a new strategy game. So thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.